Dr. Doom's complete origin story gets told when a reporter interviews him about his life, which all started with him growing up in Latveria, where his mom decided to sell her soul to Mephisto and use magic to protect her family. She accidentally killed a few children, forcing the Latvians to chase her down and kill her, where they then wanted to kick Doom and his father out if it wasn't for Doom threatening them. Eventually though, Doom falls in love with a woman called Valeria who he wanted to marry until he realized that his father was getting executed by Latveria's king because he failed to heal the king's wife, which is when he also locked in trying to revive his mother and free her soul from Mephisto, as he starts merging magic with science, pushing the limits and getting his first kills on the Latvian soldiers. But with all the enhanced tech he was inventing, the US government found him and then put him at State University, where he would run into Reed Richards, and despite the many girls that were into him, he stayed focused helping the government create tech while figuring out a way to rescue his mother from Mephisto. He got into arguments with Reed, but nonetheless created a device that made him talk to Mephisto, who was actively torturing his mom. The device suddenly exploded and disfigured his face, ultimately getting him expelled from the university, which he ended up blaming Reed for. He therefore flees to Eastern Europe, escaping from the US while depressed and haunted by nightmares of Mephisto. But then he coincidentally runs into Valeria, who actually makes him feel a little happiness, only to then find out that she was actually forced here by the US to find him. He manages to make his way out of all of this, but nonetheless leaves Valeria behind, basically telling her that he needs to fulfill his destiny. He travels through the mountains and eventually finds monks who basically helped him push his studies of magic and science over the next 5 years. He became their master and then built an armor suit to block his connection to all humans before he went to his father's old friend Boris, and eventually ruled the entirety of Latveria to ultimately avenge his parents by killing the king, where Valeria tried to talk to him but he was too far gone, as he makes a deal with Mephisto to fight him for his mom one night every year. However, after finishing the interview, the reporter gets to see Doom's face before Boris then came, telling her that this was just a bot programmed to believe that he's Doom, but she was nonetheless excited to report the story of the century, only to then get thrown in a cell never to be seen again.